All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's 7 a.m. We're going to get briefing started. Welcome to the operational briefing for Saturday, September 19th. My name is Roger Noon, Plan Section Chief for CAL FIRE Incident Management Team 1. Please take this time to mute your cell phones, turn down your radios, and if you need to have a private conversation, please take it well outside the briefing area. We'll start with a current situation update with Night Ops.
Hey, good morning, Polar Areas Night Operations. We had a really productive day yesterday. We also had some moisture, which kept the humidities up. It did shut down our burning operation, but it did give us an opportunity to go in and pick up a lot of the stuff direct and set up some more primary lines. Around Ranger Lake, up Jose Basin, that all looking still good. We had some few heat on the interior. Everything looking good up towards the Meadow Lakes area and working across those structures. We're still having some heat weight on the interior. Even though we're saying 300 feet in, there's homes out there that are 1,000 feet in, so that's where we're still mopping up and patrolling. Around the Shaver Lake area, everything looked well. Whiskey and Victor, that's where that indirect piece is. We try to burn, and we started doing a lot of the direct line on both sides, working on both sides, and we do have a lot of primary line or secondary line in there also. Division S looks really well. We got one section about 3,000 feet left before we got some primary line around that. Romeo is still the big issue in there. We're still having a lot of areas where we're backing off and trying to cut the line. Hume Lake, Huntington Lake area, we did one section, burned that out, and about 3,000 feet and hung it up, and that looked pretty good. There's still another section in there to do, but the rest looks pretty good. With that, have a good shift.
All right, thank you. Next, we're going to review our incident objectives. Our management objectives are to utilize the risk management process to identify and mitigate hazards to protect firefighters and the public. Emphasize strategies and tactics that have the highest probability of success and the least exposure to firefighters and the public. Develop strategies to protect life, property, communities, businesses, and infrastructure. Employ tactics that fulfill these strategies while being mindful of the necessity for contingency and emergency plans. Ensure strategies account for incident priorities, applying resources to those with the highest consequences first. Follow COVID-19, CDC, and establish local, state, and federal guidance to limit virus spread within the incident and surrounding communities near the fire area. Provide timely and continuous incident information to affected agency partners, cooperators, and the public. And maintain fiscal accountability and keep costs commensurate with values at risk. For control objectives, we're going to keep the fire north of Pine Flat Lake, keep the fire south, the South Fork of Merced River and the crest of Ansel Adam Wilderness, keep the fire east of Highway 41, and keep the fire west of Minarets Range. And now we'll have weather.
Morning, Incident Meteorologist Matt Maley. So I used this word a few days ago, and I'm going to use it again today. The word is change. So yesterday we did have a few showers pass over the fire. We had cloudy skies, we still had some smoke, and we had a little bit of wind. Today, you can see blue sky. Some of the best air quality we've had since the fire started, actually. We're starting off really wet this morning with some of the best recoveries we've had since the fire started. As the day progresses, though, you'll actually see a little bit of sunshine this afternoon. Still some haze. We didn't get rid of all the smoke, so there will be some haze out there. But temperatures today will be a little bit warmer than what we saw yesterday, more in the 70 to low 80s for the warmest locations, higher elevations, upper 60s. The winds today were going to be much weaker than what we were yesterday. Once the sun does get up, for most of the boots on the ground, you're going to feel more of your terrain-driven flow, which should also be stronger than what you saw yesterday because we have the sun. So the lower elevation winds, more upslope, up-canyon type flow. For tonight, we'll remain mostly clear, cool off, and we'll have moderate recoveries, but not as good as what we had last night. Winds will be weak out of the northeast over the upper ridges, and then for the lower elevation, since we are cooling off, don't be surprised if you see a little bit of downslope or down-canyon flow. Have a safe shift.
Thank you. Next up will be fire behavior.
Good morning, Don Watt, Fire Behavior. So today I have a little more reprieve just for this probably morning going into early afternoon. That sun will start to dry some of this out, so your light fuels will start getting reactive again. Another thing to start considering, we're going into 2 weeks on this fire. There's a lot of areas that had a lot of heat. All that leaf litter, needle litter starting to hit the ground. So anywhere you have hot material, you have the potential for that to continue to skunk around. The other areas, it's a really dirty burn in a lot of those spots. Heavy fuels burn through that little rain shower. They're going to start getting back into the grass. So they'll start spreading slowly. They'll start picking up activity later this afternoon, possibly this evening, and then mostly into tomorrow. So just keep your heads up, keep looking for those hot spots, and have a safe shift.
Thank you. Now we'll go over our branch division operational work assignments.
Good morning, Tony Brown on Incident Management Team 1, CAL FIRE South Operations Day. So yesterday was kind of a mixed bag for us. Good success, but it kind of held us up on some spots. Up here, Nora and Papa, we're still in the same. We're still monitoring Nora. Papa's doing well around the structures. Get in there around the structures and mop it up still. We pulled a bunch of logs away from the houses to get access in there to start doing some more mop up. Moving down to Romeo, this is kind of our hiccup down here. This is a very tough country. The fire still spreads to the east, getting close to the wilderness. Places to hang it up with dozers is very limited. So we're going to be looking at going in there with hand crews eventually and trying to tie it in. Aircraft being there, try to run it from rock to rock, try to hold it up. This is not going to be easy cutting here, but we'll get around it eventually. Moving down into the south side, down into Rock Creek, down and turn the corner on the bottom side going into Union. We have a lot of hose in there. Start mopping up. The spot's looking very good. Just continue to work in there and get that mopped up so it doesn't, if we get a north wind, it doesn't blow it out on us. Shaver Lake's looking very, very good. Moving down to Union, that's holding very, very well down there, but our big hiccup on this whole fire has been Victor and Whiskey. We tried to fire it out. It got hung up. The weather conditions changed. We can't get the fire to carry, so now we're going to go in and cut it out. It's going to be a lot of work, but that's going to be our best option at this point. I think it's going to be the safest. It's not going to leave a mess for the unit when we get done. So that's going to be our big priority for the aircraft on Whiskey Victor and also Romeo. Moving into Branch 29, Zulu X-ray is looking excellent. Just keep working around the houses. Make sure it can be safe. When we do repopulate, it's going to be better for the population to go in there. We don't want anybody to get hurt once we repopulate. We were asking a lot of you guys to give a lot in this incident. We were shorthanded. You guys are stepping up, and I really appreciate your effort. You guys have a safe shift.
Our next up will be a branch division roll call.
Good morning, BJ Corey, Resource Unit Leader with Team 1. This will be the branch and division roll call for the South Zone, and individual resources roll call will be taken at your breakouts. So branches and divisions, when you hear your name, please stand, face the back so everybody can see and hear you. And we will get started with branch 2025. Johnson? Here. Heinbach, trainee. Here. November, Papa, Pavone. Here. Division Romeo, Appleton. Here. Smith. Here. And Morris. Here. Division Sierra, Whitwer. Here. Uniform, Whistler. Branch 29, Stornetta. Here. And Campbell. Here. Division Victor, Dunham. Here. And Wade. Here. Division Whiskey, Hinault. X-Ray Zulu, Sorensen. And contingency is Nielsen. Thank you, everybody. Have a safe shift.
All right, air operations.
Good morning. Matt Hill, Air Operations, CAL FIRE Team 1. This morning it's looking a lot clearer, so hopefully we'll get a lot more support for you on the ground. We'll have air attack up early, and then Helco will follow. And we have, for water dropping helicopters, 9 Type 1s, 3 Type 2s. The main thing I want you guys to remember is watch out for that rolling material when they do water dropping missions or retardant missions. I want you guys to stay clear of the line. I want you guys to be safe so we can put this fire out. Make sure you're monitoring air to ground. And it's super important if they're trying to get a hold of you that they can contact you. Make it a safe shift.
Thanks, Matt. Next, we'll hear from safety.
Good morning, everyone. Brad Niven, Safety Trainee, Incident Management Team 1. Thank you, everyone, for being out there driving safe, minding your P's and Q's on the roadway. We've done really good with that. Let's keep that up. I'll reinforce what Air Ops just said, but we've got nice clear air, either with the fixed wing or the rotor wing aircraft. Stay clear of those drop zones. Let's not get complacent and think that everything is going to be good with that. And lastly, I have a request for everybody, and that's today. Maybe send that text message or place that phone call to a friend and check on them. See how they're doing in this long couple of weeks and months that we've had. I know I'm not the only one that struggled with mental health, but reach out there and do that today. Maybe they're covering behind you. Maybe they're on another incident. Maybe they're on this incident. But reach out and check on somebody. With that, make a safe shift.
Communications.
Good morning, Tom Webb, Communications Unit Leader. No changes from the previous work period for you guys for the radio program. We're available in room 5 from 0630 to 1830 to support your needs, any radio repairs, questions on the clone, and making sure you have the right one. And also just another reminder that we are broadcasting, if you guys could really push this down to your crews, that we're broadcasting the briefing this morning on CDF TAC 24 and the YouTube, so you can able to see that link in your QR codes. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up will be safety. Oh, I'm sorry, medical.
Good morning, John Ford, Medical Unit Leader Trainee. In your IEP, turn to page 26. You'll find there 206. In there, we have all the information. We do have an ambulance, standby ambulance at Shaver Lake and also at Huntington Lake. Please pay attention to box 6, line emergencies and in-camp emergencies. Make sure your crews understand those. CalMat is in room 32. It's just directly behind us. You can get your medical supplies and medical evaluations there. Also, medical unit leaders are located in room 8 and have a safe shift.
Logistics.
Good morning, Jacob Garrett, Logistics. If I could all have you turn to page 27 and please get a pen in your hand so we can make an update. So on the bottom of page 27 is your services schedule, and on the bottom there's off-site dumpsters. Please pin in drop point 22. That's the CAL FIRE Shaver Lake Station. This is important because there's 3 dumpsters out there for your guys' trash. You guys need to start backhauling your trash and putting it in the appropriate places. Leaving it out on the line, leaving it at the residences, it's not going to help the wildlife situation because they're taking the trash into the wildlife, into the forest, and now we're littering the forest. So please remember to backhaul your trash. Page 28 is the CAL FIRE 101 for line items or equipment damage. You need a division signature. 41 is your base camp map. Remember that lunches are 24 hours. That's 1 per person. Continue to wear your mask around camp. Have a great day.
Thank you. Public information.
Good morning, Emily Smith, Public Information. If you'd like to join me on page 29 to fill in some numbers for the current acreage and containment. The current acreage is 248,256 acres at 22% containment. There are 2,961 personnel assigned. We thank those that have come by to have your video content and pictures vetted before posting, so please continue to do that for everyone that's involved here on the creek incident. And we do have quite a bit of lost and found that's developing, so if you're missing something, please come by room 13 and we can get that to you. Thank you and have a good day.
Now we'll hear from our law liaison.
Good morning, Chris Craycraft, Law Enforcement Liaison, Team 1. Just a reminder, as we repopulate and reduce orders, there are going to be more people and more traffic up in the fire burn area. Just want to stress safety up in the burn area. Yesterday there was a traffic collision within the burn area between resources. It was minor injuries, but both vehicles were disabled, put out of service. So just keep your head on a swivel up there. Keep on this side of the yellow line, the right side of the road. Watch your speed coming down the hill, and also use turnouts if you are going slow up the hill. And thank you. Have a safe day.
For our federal resources, please take a look at page 31 in the IAP. There's a message in there for Fed timekeeping. And now we'll hear from our agency administrator.
Good morning, Jake Lubera, Agency Administrator Representative for the South Zone. I'm not going to hammer the nail beyond the plane of the wood anymore, folks. The key to this whole situation is not so much that you come home at the end of the night, but you're actually ready to go the next day. Take care of yourselves. This is the long haul. Keep an eye on your brothers and sisters. Make sure that they're taking care of themselves too. This is going to be beaten on us, and this entire season's been beaten on all of you folks already. You can see it in your faces, you can see it in the crowd. Take care of yourselves, and to quote your mother, wash your hands.
Thank you, and now we'll close with our incident commander.
Hey, good morning, folks. John Goss. So I want to talk about percentage contained. So we're sitting at 22% contained right now. And so 2 thoughts on that is, one, what does that mean for the firefighters here? And what's that mean to our public and our homeowners in our community? That 22% has definitely proven challenging to get to that point there. That represents thousands of hours that you guys are putting in to this incident there. It also gives hope to our community that at some point here in the near future, they're going to get their lives and their mountain back to normal here, whatever that new normal is there. So definitely appreciate the hard work we've been putting in the last, I guess, 16 days now. And again, that 22%, that's a testament to the work you folks have been putting in. So have a good day.
Thank you. And just a few more announcements before we get moving around. We have a cooperators meeting this morning at 10 a.m. right here in this location. Planning meeting this afternoon at 1700 in the presentation building. Our next ops briefing will be here tomorrow morning at 0700. For breakouts, to my left over here, branch 2025. We got NP, RS, and U around the corner. For branch 29, Victor back here, Whiskey, X-Ray and Zulu, and contingency around the side. Unassigned resources, meet with the resource guys in the back at the table. Turn your phones on and radios and have a great day.